Timeout taken. Moscoso as he takes a timeout. We'll take a short break ourselves, and we'll be back on IRT Live.
Feel it now every time I leave. It hits me hard and it cuts me deep. I'm 1,000 miles from happiness, 1,000 miles from you. Every mile on my map leads to you. It leads to you. Every mile on my path leads to you. It leads to you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're live once again here after Conrado Moscoso timeout. 8 serving 12. Conrado with control of the ball, yet he still asked for a timeout. And you know what? I appreciate that, Lauren, even though you're down. But Conrado took it at a time when he felt comfortable. You don't want to take a timeout when you're not comfortable and when you're not in control.
Yep, exactly. And I was kind of surprised by that. Well, I shouldn't say surprised because I was thinking in my head, you know, if Conrado scored another point, we got the 9-12, maybe Jake would think about taking a break.
Point right there again for Moscoso. Good timeout for him. Want to remind everybody after this match, we have the men's pro doubles finals. Montoya Mar versus Manilla and Parrilla.
We'll give you plenty of time in between to have a nice cup of Papa Nicholas coffee, that's for sure.
Jake with the right response.
Jake Bredenbeck back in the box, 12 serving 9 now.
Moscoso with his racket up, taking his time. Short serve. Conrado boxed in the right play by Jake.
I'm not so sure that Conrado didn't think that was going to be a Z serve.
But it was the right play by Jake, who is now 2 points away from victory. I'll remind everybody that the IRT will be back in California. The IRT will be in Los Angeles, the 2023 SoCal Open Racquetball Championships in Canoga Park at the Athletic Society. Got to tell you, Lauren, always happy to be in my own time zone.
Yes.
And especially when I'm about a 2-hour drive away. That's perfect.
Makes a big difference for all the traveling you get to do for the tour. It's nice to have it somewhat in your backyard.
Somewhat. Almost the same play.
This is going to be match points. First match point for Jake Bredenbeck back in the box at 14-9.
This is huge for Bredenbeck. And I don't blame him for doing that drive to the forehand. I would have probably done the same thing.
Boy, he is just sniper laser focused right now.
All business. Bredenbeck for the win. And you know what? When you're all in, Lauren, you're all in.
Absolutely.
That is a gutsy shot by Moscoso.
But, you know, that's about all he had. We look at the score and we think, wow, that's almost done. But we could be a ways until the end of this game.
Cross-court winner, Moscoso. He's still 4 points away, rather. Want to remind everybody that this is the Papa Nicholas Coffee Shamrock Shootout. Remember, use code Racquetball50 on papanicholas.com. Get all your coffee needs for more than 50 blends of different coffee, Lauren.
Yeah.
I know you only tried one this whole weekend, though.
No, I have. I actually tried one again this morning. It was the Hawaiian, I forget now, Hawaiian Island something, but it was really good too. But my favorite is the Kona Brow.
Right now, Moscoso has to dig deep. And I always said it, Lauren, the sign of a true champion is when coming from behind, digging deep, and looking for that win and making it.
It's a pretty good serve by Moscoso, and it didn't leave Jake a lot of options.
Moscoso coming up with some magic out of his hat right now. 12 serving 4. And, Jake has his timeout still. Conrado dropped his. You got to wonder, at what time can he cut and ice the kicker?
Well, my guess is that if he scores another point, it might be break time for Jake.
That's a point right there. Conrado doing the right thing. Jake thinking about it, though. I don't think Jake is feeling comfortable asking for a timeout, even though he has one. Oh, an appeal by Jake. A late appeal. Ooh, he lost the appeal.
He did.
I don't know if this is going to cost him or not. Let's see. Something had to happen for him to appeal that late. Hashtag just a replay. An appeal from Moscoso, claiming that he would not have gotten that. Appeal lost.
So now they both have appeals that were lost.
Corrado's appeal, though, he's out of them.
Right.
He can only appeal game or match point.
Correct.
First serve, Moscoso. Setup.
Yeah, boy,
And a
that's
pass.
going to be tough. All of a sudden, we have a tie game, 14-14. The game that started out with Bredenbeck at a 5-0 lead.
The fact that Moscoso came back to tie this one up is just amazing in itself. Timeout taken by Jake Bredenbeck. He takes a timeout. We'll take a short break ourselves, and we'll be back on IRT Live. In a stunning turn of events, Lauren, 14-14. Moscoso was down 10-14, and he has game point in his hands. Can he finish this one? How will it end? How will it continue? Let's find out. Screen serve. Will we see that lob to the right as Moscoso's second option? Oh, he's going to go for it. Interesting. No drive.
It's going to be the lob Z.
Oh, what a way to finish game number 2. Let's have a replay. In no way did we thought that was the way that this was going to continue to game number 3. Look at Conrado's focus and determination. I thought that he was going to get an encroachment line shot, but boom. Between the legs, behind the back, amazing work from Conrado Moscoso. Lauren, wasn't that cool?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm half speechless. I mean, let's watch it again.
Let's just take another look. Really, it's an amazing shot by Conrado. Jake, I thought was going to get an encroachment call. He did not. Between the legs, boom, kill shot, corner. Game number 3 coming up in a couple minutes on IRT Live.
Looks like you've been sleeping well,
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
and you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
The best sleep just got even better. Whether you have a MyPillow or not, you need to get the brand new MyPillow 2.0. Call or go to mypillow.com now. Use your promo code, and for a limited time when you buy one, you'll get a second one absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
Visit mypillow.com.
Welcome back, everybody, from Lombard, Illinois, the Chicago area. This is the IRT, and this is the third and final game, Conrado Moscoso versus Jake Bredenbeck, Bolivia versus U.S. Lauren, second game started off with Jake leading 8-0.
Yes.
Did you think it was going to go to 15-14?
No, I didn't think that was going to happen. I figured Jake had control. He was going to keep powering forward. Clearly, whatever Conrado did, and frankly, it took a little while to get it. I think his game plan in motion, but once he did, it was pretty much all done.
So
Apparently a shirt change is requested by Conrado.
So, yeah, it's a referee ordered Conrado Moscoso to change his shirt. I mean, I think it's a wise choice, but, you know, he had 2 minutes in between games to do that.
I was just going to say, kind of an interesting decision to make that request just as they're about to start the tiebreaker.
Well, Conrado changed his shirt. Also, Jake.
0-0-0.
Jake in the bright pink.
Second serve.
Conrado in the green, appropriate to his country's colors. Wow. Again, that wraparound that Jake's been doing, you know, he hadn't had a lot of success during this match, but during this weekend, that shot has been very successful for Jake.
Absolutely. Good.
That's another point by Jake. And this rally was very physical. A lot of touching, a lot of bumps and bruises. You know, who says racquetball is not a contact sport, Lauren?
Well, and it is, especially at this level. It's controlled contact. They do a good job of making it's almost a spin shot like like Jake just did. But
Yeah, definitely controlled contact, but contact nonetheless.
Right.
It's physical.
0-32.
It's just ball traveling so fast, you hardly have time to get out of the way.
Side out.
Conrado with a skip. Front court action has not been Conrado's strong suit in this match so far.
This has been a difficult one for him to get those shots in. It's almost like he's, I don't want to say hesitating, but maybe not following through or committing to the shot like he should.
Sidewall, front wall kill.
Moscoso back in the box, 0-2.
0-32. Point.
Ace serve.
Pretty tough. Came out
Just-
of that corner.
Just that right angle, right
Yep.
there, the right angle from Moscoso.
Exactly.
1-32.
1-2. That bit that right crack on the right side. Unfortunate bounce for Bredenbeck. It was a right shot from Moscoso, but you know it wasn't out of reach. But just killed that crack.
Absolutely. If you're just joining us, it's 38th annual Papa Nicola Shamrock Shootout underway. This is game 3, tiebreaker between Moscoso and Bredenbeck.
That's the swing right there. Not that it was a miss by default, but it just bounced off that corner and hit the crack on the right side.
Kind of the same thing Jake just suffered on the serve from Moscoso.
Want to remind everybody the IRT will be back in California. IRT in Los Angeles, the SoCal Open Racquetball Championship. That's April 20 to the 23rd in Canoga Park, California. That is going to be a cool event, Lauren. Back to the action. Bredenbeck. Between the legs. Jake, can we get a replay on that one? That was great stuff from Jake. Took his time, took his patience. Was he comfortable? Let's take a look. Look at this shot by Jake Bredenbeck. Between the legs. Boom. Kill shot. Gone. Fantasy. We've been having a lot of fantasy shots this weekend.
Yes, it certainly adds to the game. One of those shots that you don't want to do without adult supervision.
Point number 4 for Bredenbeck. 4-2.
4-32.
I mean, we had a lot of those fantasy shots by Andre Parrilla, by Javier Mar. Jake just pulled a good one.
4-32.
4-7-2.
Good dig by Jake.
It's a great pass.
Even though the cross-court pass worked for him, that shot before that he executed was a little bit, again, he didn't seem like he was committed to it. I mean, it left Jake an opportunity to get back at it.
2-4.
2-4. Down the line winner, Conrado made the right play. Now he's within 1 of Jake. This is a much closer match than I thought it was going to be. You know, judging by second game start, but right now it's turning into really, really good, you know, development.
Oftentimes you see in the tiebreaker, you know, both players are really geared to what they want to accomplish in their game plan. But a lot of times one player ends up getting that good lead and it just never changes from that point forward. So
4-4. Five serving 4. That's 3 in a row. 3 in a row for Jake.
Come on, Jake, you got it.
5-4.
Adjustments have been made. Great work.
Good
Great
reset.
defense.
Oh, that's going to be an avoidable. I bet.
Avoidable
Yep,
shot, of
sure
course.
is.
But you know what? I got to tell you, that was Conrado's fault 100%. He had an opportunity to go down the line, not blast the ball, but just not tap it. He gave Jake enough time to get there. Jake is just playing with cat-like reflexes right now.
He is. I mean, how many times was he on the floor during just that rally alone?
But you know what? Even for a big man such as himself, he got to realize that, he cannot afford to take those risks himself. Jake has more than enough speed, more than enough talent to reach that one. I want to thank everybody for watching and tuning in. Remember, like our post, share our feed, keep following us on social media. Remember, after this match, men's pro doubles is coming up next. Rodrigo Montoya, Javier Mar will take on none other than Adam Manilla and Andre Parrilla, a surprise team. So
Those
here we
two
go.
gentlemen have been playing really well together this weekend. Well, clearly
Really
they
well.
got to the championship round, but
Second serve.
Four serving 5. And those are the uncomfortable shots that Jake has been forcing Conrado to make. Now it leads to tied 5-5.
5 serving 5.
Great down the line. Wow.
absolutely.
Jake was there.
Little
And he knew it.
frustration from Jake.
And he knew it. He had the all, within his reach.
Yes.
5 serving 5. Point.
It's a point. It was a skip.
Now 6 serving 5. Really, this is a
6 serving 5.
pretty classy championship match. Two Titans that are going at it. The scores reflect how good they've been playing. 15-14 Bredenbeck the first game. I'm sorry, 15-13. 15-14 Moscoso the second game.
What a great
Great
serve.
serve.
Wow,
Absolutely.
fantastic choice there by Conrado Moscoso. And you know what? Jake just didn't quite know what to do with it. He tried to put a racket behind his back, but it was the right speed. Not full force, the right height, probably waist level high. Jake with an answer. Just want to thank everybody. Remember, this is the 38th annual Papa Nicholas Coffee Shamrock Shootout. Don't forget to go online, papanicholas.com. Use code Racquetball50 to get 50% on all your coffee needs. Remember, more than 50 different blends of coffee from Papa Nicholas. And Lauren McManus has had only 2 blends so far.
Well, but my plan is that I'm going to have one blend and have that blend for a week and then change. And that should get me through the entire year then.
That's true. It could be. Well, thank everybody for watching and tuning in. Remember, doubles pro final coming up after this one. 5 serving 7. Short serve called. Remember, both of them have a timeout left. They still have a opportunity to do something.
That's
Double fault.
unfortunate. You don't see that very often at this level of play. Clearly it happens, but it's not something you really want to have happen when you're in this position.
7 serving 5. Can Conrado capitalize on that mistake from Bredenbeck?
Point.
That's a point. 8 serving 5. Jake says that he's appealing because he had a shot to get that. He wants a replay.
Point.
Still a point.
Appeal lost.
8 serving 5. So yes, Conrado capitalized on that one. Resulted into a point.
Point.
I think we're going to see a timeout here soon from Jake.
We should. Now it's 9-5.
Yeah, it's 9-5, exactly.
9 serving 5.
Short serve call, second serve.
Jake's got to be thinking about his time management here.
You know, maybe he wants to control the ball. Maybe he wants to be in a different position mentally. He's not comfortable asking for a timeout. That's just fine. Lob serve. Wow, what a great cross-court shot.
Yep. Great cutoff.
And it was not a bad serve by Moscoso, but Jake just found a way.
5 serving 9.
5 serving 9.
Nice, boy.
Kill shot corner. Conrado just, playing too close to Jake. Let's see that replay. It just seems that he's playing too close to Jake. He could have got clipped on that racket.
And an ace serve by Bredenbeck.
Boom. See that?
Right.
So close. So Jake with an ace serve. Now 7 serving 9.
7 serving 9.
That's a good reset.
Good get by Jake.
So Conrado thought that it was a double bounce.
Can't pick up that cross court, though. Just way too much speed.
Nevertheless, we'll let everybody know that starting tomorrow, Monday, March 20th, we will have more information about Los Angeles tournament. A lot of you are asking us about it. So tomorrow we'll release more information about the event so you can come and join us in Southern California. Conrado, the serve.
And there's the
Timeout. Timeout for Conrado. Not a bad timeout. We'll be after a short 1-minute break on IRT Live.
John Story joined the U.S. military, was killed in an inside attack on the 12th of February 2014. The biggest thing we want to do to help our local Gold Star families and our veterans, that we bring awareness to their opportunities to be served, to be taken care of, to bring to light ever-increasing need for our veterans specifically, to have housing, to have good benefits, to be taken care of. Go to livelikejohn.us. Go to the Donate Now button and help us fulfill our mission.
I played a lot of matches when I was playing the WRT with the gearbox ball. It's a different ball than the other ones. I think it's better for the game. It's durable. I think for fans it's going to be more enjoyable. The rallies are going to be a little longer. So it's going to be fun.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Conrado Moscoso took a timeout while he's in control of the serve. 9 serving 7. Lauren, timeout left for Jake Bredenbeck if he needs it.
Correct.
Conrado just dropped his. I believe this is, we're just deep in the fourth quarter here, Lauren.
For whatever reason, he decided to take the timeout at this point. Certainly, Jake benefited from it as well. So this could be an interesting reset.
I got to tell you, Jake is all in on this one.
He
Definitely
is.
all in. All his cards are on the table. All his chips are down. Everything.
7 serving 9.
And that's the way a champion plays racquetball.
7-9.
Screen serve called.
Second serve.
That's a great serve.
Great response. Jake a little frustrated on that one.
He was right there and knew what he had to do.
and he did a good play right there. But Conrado digging that ball up because that was he didn't hit it. He dug it.
Yes.
Right. How intense is this final? Tiebreaker action right now, and just a reminder: Papa Nicholas Coffee, the main sponsor for this event. Remember, go to papanicholas.com, use code Racquetball50 to get 50% off all your coffee orders, not just for yourself or the work, maybe a gift that you want to give someone. The gift of coffee is always very well received. And this is a great shot because Papa Nicholas, over 50 different blends of coffee, and Lord McManus has only had 2 so far this weekend.
And that's part of my problem, but I can correct that. It's interesting. We've got a great crowd here, and it's almost like a golf match when they get ready to serve. It becomes very quiet in
You
here.
can hear a pin drop if you
Absolutely.
Moscoso to the serve.
Oh, no. That's a little bit tough.
Hashtag just to replay. That hit the front camera, unfortunately. Came up to the body of Jake.
9-7.
Still 9-7 as Moscoso gets back in the box.
And we always appreciate a final that goes to tiebreaker. And not only that, a tiebreaker at 9-7. This is really cool. Moscoso finding that right corner. And now has match point, 10 serving 7.
10-7.
It's a good serve, Conrado. Of course he's going to go and risk it all. Fantastic way to finish this match. Conrado Moscoso takes it 13-15, 15-14, and 11-7. I want to thank Lauren McManus for joining us once here in the booth. Conrado Moscoso is your 38th annual Papa Nicholas Coffee Shamrock Shootout champion. We'll be back after just a minute break. An interview with Conrado Moscoso on IRT Live. We're here with Conrado Moscoso, the champion, the 38th annual Papa Nicholas Coffee Shamrock Shootout. Conrado, first off, congratulations for this amazing win. You were down 0-8 in game number 2, and Jake won the first one 15-13. What went through your mind where you were down 0-8?
Well, only focus on the first and second match is the difference, no? But Jake's is very strong. Your game is very fast and strong. But my plan is the same. I'm faster. I'm focusing in shots, select correct shots, and that's it.
Well, congratulations again. Conrado, it's Father's Day in Bolivia, so we congratulate all fathers. I'm sure your father was watching. do you want to send a message to anybody watching in Bolivia?
Bueno, antes, feliz Día de los Padres a todos los que están allá, sobre todo a mi gran entrenador y padre, Conrado Moscoso, que me está viendo, a toda mi familia, desearle un feliz Día de los Padres, al cielo también, que tengo 3 ángeles increíbles, que también los considero como papá, y pues sobre todo mil gracias a toda la gente que me está apoyando. La verdad que este torneo es muy significativo para mí y pues creo que tras toda la controversia de lo que me faltó el último torneo y los resultados que hemos estado viendo han estado como que tergiversando las cosas, y pues muy feliz de demostrar una vez más de qué estamos hechos y pues que también hay Conrado para el rato.
Well, Conrado says that regarding all the controversy that surrounded the last tournament that he had, he's glad he came back to win this one, and congratulations to all the fathers, his father and the fathers he has up there in heaven, back in Bolivia. Want to congratulate on Father's Day, men in Bolivia. Anybody you want to thank back?
Yes, my sponsors, Gearbox, La Boliviana Cruz, Nike, Opticentro, Cherry, my friend Julio Cespedes and family, say hi in Virginia. Thank you so much. I mean, all people, thank you so much for support for me. Thank you for the grand tournament. Congrats, everyone supports. So happy, I'm so happy.
Oh, thank you very much, Conrado Moscoso. You're champion of the 38th annual Papa Nicolas Coffee. I'll put a big hand for Conrado Moscoso. And coming up next in about 15 minutes, men's pro doubles final, Mar Montoya, Manilla Perea here on IRT Live.